This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
Good evening, I'm Rafael Sanchez, and now at 7, Metro Police are changing how they deal with families who've lost relatives to violence. We spoke to a family who says it's about time. Margarita Swinton's son was killed 6 years ago. He was just 19 years old and in his first year of college when he was gunned down near 8th and Keystone. In the beginning, Margarita says she had hope that there would be justice in this case, but that hope faded as the years passed by.
They used to contact me the first few months. Then after that, I used to contact them monthly until it went into a cold case and no one was, notifying.
Like Margarita, other families have expressed frustration over the lack of contact from police during a homicide investigation. Now, to address these concerns, IMPD's Homicide Branch has launched a family contact protocol. Starting with all 2019 cases, families will get at least 4 homicide-initiated contacts per year for 2 years. After that, 1 contact will be made per year. Every year after that. And officials say the entire purpose of the new plan is to ensure that families that IMPD has not forgotten about their loved ones. New at 7, a Madison County man has just been found guilty in the murder of his girlfriend's 18-month-old son. The jury convicted Dylan Tate of murder, neglect, child molestation, and operating a vehicle while intoxicated. Harlan Haynes died in February 2018 after being in a car crash with Tate. Tate now told police he was trying to rush the child to the hospital because he had quit breathing. Doctors found paper towels stuffed down the toddler's windpipe. They also said that Harlan had severe injuries not related to that car crash. Dylan Tate faces life without parole. Harlan's mother, Jennifer Harris, is also facing criminal charges in this case. She's still awaiting trial. It's now down to 3. IPS announces the top 3 finalists in its search for its next school leader. Among them, Alicia Johnson. She's currently the interim superintendent who was asked to fill in and lead the district after Dr. Louis Farabee left this year to oversee the Washington, D.C. public school system. Johnson has 6 years of classroom teaching experience. Another finalist is Devon Horton. He is the chief of schools for Jefferson County Schools in Louisville. He has 5 years of teaching experience. And the other finalist is Larry Young, Jr. He's the assistant superintendent of elementary education in Pike Township here in Indianapolis. Dr. Young has 7 years of classroom experience. All 3 will face public interviews beginning next Tuesday at 5 p.m. at the IPS Education Center. The school board plans to announce its choice by the end of June. Kevin?
And Rafael, what a great Friday night. Low humidity, nice breeze, and we have filtered sunshine, I guess is the way I would put it. 71 in Indy, Peru's at 76, mid-70s down to the south. There's your wind. That will bring with it more humidity over the weekend and gradually warmer temperatures. Off to the west tonight, you can see some showers building. Now remember, our air is very dry, so this will fade away or evaporate before reaching the ground, but later overnight and tomorrow, obviously we'll have rain once again. Enjoy the evening. Temperature down to 66 by 11 o'clock tonight. Sunset not until 9:14.
It's looking really good. Now to Democracy 2020 coverage. We're less than 2 weeks away from the first Democratic presidential debate. It will take place over 2 nights with 10 candidates on the stage each night. And today the lineups, they were unveiled. ABC's Trevor Alt has the breakdown from Washington.
After narrowing the crowded field to 20 candidates, today the lineups for the first Democratic debate of the 2020 presidential race have been revealed. The first 10 candidates taking the stage Wednesday, June 26th. Among that group, Senator Elizabeth Warren, Representative Beto O'Rourke, and Senator Cory Booker. The following night, a separate group of 10, this one including Senator Kamala Harris, Mayor Pete Buttigieg, Senator Bernie Sanders, and the current frontrunner, former Vice President Joe Biden. Just this week in Iowa, Biden said the large number of candidates is going to limit the chance for actual debate, saying there was unlikely to be any real depth.
I am prepared, and basically looking at less about what the other people are for or against, and trying to figure out how I can get to the place where I can communicate to the American people what I believe, why I'm running, and why it's important.
Among those watching the race closely is President Trump. He weighed in Friday morning about his potential opponents, telling Fox News he thinks the nomination will likely go to Biden, Senator Bernie Sanders, or Senator Elizabeth Warren.
I don't see the other ones. I really don't see it. They talk about Kamala. I don't see Kamala. I don't see, I think it's Mayor probably Pete. Between the three of them. Right. Mayor Pete, I don't see it all. I think that's a joke.
3 candidates will not get to debate at all, having not met the threshold to get into the field of 20. Each night is scheduled for 2 hours of debate, now less than 2 weeks away. Trevor Ault, ABC News, Washington.
In more Democracy 2020 coverage, a prominent member of the Indiana congressional delegation will not seek re-election. Susan Brooks will finish her current term and then return to private life. Brooks received national attention during the Benghazi hearings against then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. She also landed in the spotlight when she was named chair of the House Ethics Committee and worked on improving how the House handles accusations of harassment.
I believe it's important that all members of the body follow the rules of the House, abide by the codes of conduct, follow the law, and we shouldn't be different than the American people. And so I'm proud to have done that.
Congresswoman Brooks is the first woman in Indiana to chair a congressional committee. She also says she's at peace with serving and deciding to let someone else run for that seat.
I think it is okay to say to people, go and serve your country, be proud of that service, and it's okay to leave. Serving in public service can be a certain chapter of your life. When it is right for you, your family, your district, it's an incredibly personal decision. But it's not one that you have to sign on to for the rest of your life.
Brooks says this will be her last elected position. She says she will not be running for anything else, not for governor and not for U.S. Senate. She says she's done after leaving Congress. New tonight, inspiration and motivation can come in a greeting card. And a hospital patient, Bryce Ryan, wants a card from you. Ryan broke his neck when he fell down in a parking lot in April. For now, he's a quadriplegic. After spending the past 8 weeks at Methodist Hospital, he's searching for ways to stay positive. So his mother started a campaign for people to send him cards. He got 15 yesterday and 30 today. He's a high-functioning man with autism who has competed in the Special Olympics and has been active in his church. Those cards could be pivotal in his recovery.
Being here so long has been depressing a little bit, but getting the cards has shown me I could go farther.
When you get those cards, how do you feel?
Energetic. That meaning that not to give up, I can go farther and I can do more.
So here is your call to action. Let's help out Bryce. You can send him a card by sending it to in care of Methodist Hospital, room 6044. The address is 1701 Senate Avenue, right here in Indianapolis. The zip code is 46202. Let's make sure that Bryce remains focused on his recovery. Let's send him a card. Coming up, a first-of-its-kind murder trial that could change the way police do their jobs. What makes this case so controversial? With the news at 7 continues.
Only on RTV6 News.
This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
A Washington state case could change the way that police work is done around the country. A man is on trial for murder after police used genetic genealogy to link him to the murder of 2 people back in 1987. As ABC's Marcy Gonzalez reports, the case is believed to be one of the first genetic genealogy cases tried in the country and will likely set a precedent for cases to come.
a controversial method of DNA matching at the center of this trial.
This is a process that simply gave law enforcement a tip.
The suspect accused of tormenting and killing a young couple in Washington state in 1987, tracked down 3 decades later by investigators who used DNA found at the scene and matched it to the killer's likely relatives using a genealogy website. That led them to William Talbot. Police say his DNA was a match, and the 56-year-old was charged with first-degree murder.
Had law enforcement never had access to genetic genealogy, I don't believe this case could ever be solved.
The method, based on what's known as familial DNA, has been pivotal in other cases, including in California, where it was used to capture the suspected Golden State Killer. But this is believed to be the first genetic genealogy case in the country to go to trial, expected to set precedent for future investigations.
We support the use of the DNA databanks for law enforcement purposes.
But opponents call it an invasion of privacy, and Talbot's attorney told the jury there are doubts about its reliability.
It's a good tool for giving prosecutors an insight into who left particular biological evidence, whether that person was the perpetrator or not.
Talbot has pleaded not guilty and faces a maximum sentence of life in prison if convicted. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Indy Parks just kicked off its annual Summer Servings program. The goal is to serve 200,000 free meals this summer. Those meals will be available to anyone 18 and younger in Marion County, either through mobile meal units or meals dropped off at certain locations. As for the quality of the meals, we're going to get some early reviews.
I think the lunch is pretty good. I've had it at the YMCA before and other places. If I were to rate it 1 to 10, it'd be 10.
I like the ham part of the sandwich, and I like oranges. And the part I do not like is the cheese and the cucumbers. And my favorite thing about the lunch is it's free!
The program is Monday through Friday through the summer. Hours of operation vary by location. We have a link to the complete schedule on our website, theindychannel.com. And on this Friday, the reviews are in. Kevin Gregory's forecast is amazing on this day, but Daddy's Day, what's going on?
Yeah, there'll be a big change there. Speaking of food reviews, you've got the Italian Fest. I was just out there a little bit ago. This is the walkway. That's the Washington Street Bridge that leads you to the Indianapolis Zoo. Lots of food there, lots of folks. It's the zoo's biggest fundraiser of the year. And finally, a beautiful evening. Low humidity, clouds are streaming in, but they should be harmless. It'll be a nice night. There's your temperature, 71. The wind, noticeable certainly out of the south. That will bring the humidity in over the weekend. I think Sunday, as Raphael was alluding to, will be the most humid and warmest day. We'll have some thunderstorms on Sunday as well. 70 in Greencastle, 4 degrees warmer up 231 into West Lafayette, 73 in Terre Haute. Temperatures about 10 degrees below average for this time of year. These are the mid to high level clouds that are streaming in, hinting at the change on the way. Humidity is low enough, will evaporate the leading edge of moisture. Our rain chances will increase as we go through the overnight into the morning hours tomorrow. 60, that's the overnight temperature. Remember this morning, 47. We were 2 degrees away from a record low temperature that was set back in 1955. During the day tomorrow, periods of rain, thunderstorms, a couple of which could be strong to severe. I'll show you the outlook here in a second. High temperatures in the 70s because I think of the consistent cloud cover and the periods of thunderstorms, keeping the temperature below average. 7 a.m. Showers and thunderstorms will be around as we get to 11 o'clock tonight through the overnight. You see the increase in the chance for rain. 7 a.m. ongoing showers and thunderstorms. Terre Haute, Indianapolis, Greensburg South. They're more widespread at 10 a.m. and early afternoon. Still hanging out. Any one of these would have some heavy downpours of rain in the afternoon. Showers and thunderstorms once again. The low or marginal risk for severe storms, central Indiana now. Bloomington on to Seymour, Bedford Southwest, a little higher risk for severe storms. Overnight, Sunday, Saturday night into Sunday morning, another line of showers and thunderstorms appears. You're getting the idea. With these consecutive rounds of showers and thunderstorms, rainfall potentially heavy, will lead to a flooding threat because we even get into early next week where we'll continue that chance for rain. Open the card for that and look what we've got for them. A forecast. Temperatures by midday at 73, 77 with thunderstorms around in the afternoon. Rainfall potential, some spots over 3 inches, and that's through Sunday afternoon. 7-day forecast early next week, temperature right at 80 Monday. We're consistently in the upper 70s to around 80, but we also have that consistent chance for showers and thunderstorms all mornings, 60 or above. No venture back into the 40s like we had this morning.
So for Father's Day, I'm getting an umbrella. Yes?
That's a well-timed gift.
Hey, happy Father's Day.
Same to you.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. Coming up in our nightly Hiring Hoosiers report, helping fathers in need right now land a job that can provide for their families. The organization working to build up better families in Central Indiana through a career. That story is next.
That's why the bananas look so good at Meyer.
RTV6's Hiring Hoosiers initiative was created to help you better your life. It's a mission similar to one local organization. That organization has been helping fathers succeed in the workforce and at home for more than 25 years. Ahead of this Father's Day, RTV6's Meredith Barrick visits the Fathers and Families Center.
I'm tired of the foolishness and living this type of life. I'm looking for a change, and then I already had a son at that particular time as well.
It was a challenging time for Randolph Weather Jr.
I was going through difficulty with jobs and employment in my life. Friendships, different relationships.
Then someone told him about the Fathers and Family Center.
We are a beacon of hope to a lot of young men who do not want to hand out, but lift up.
The Fathers and Family Center helps dads not only become providers, but nurturers.
The community realized that fathers were not dead beat, but dead broke, and needed some assistance, particularly those who entered the role of fatherhood at an early age as a teenager. We have a number of men who are fathers, but who have gotten involved in the criminal justice systems, dealing with mental health, dealing with drug and substance abuse. Well, those societal ills impact families, and so therefore our premise is that if you make strong fathers, you will have strong families. If you have strong families, you will have strong communities.
McLaughlin says they realize many unemployed men want to work.
People are unemployed because there are a lot of systemic and personal social barriers that may get in the way for them finding meaningful employment. But when they come here, we don't judge them. We examine where they are, but we also take an asset model that you're bringing something to the table. Otherwise, you wouldn't have come here.
Men who seek out the organization are in class for 3 weeks, taken on job tours, and learn soft skills needed to succeed.
We have a strong employment workforce development program to help men find meaningful and gainful employment, and also not only find it, help them to retain.
And once that happens, life at home improves too.
We have fathers from 16 to 72 who need help. And I think what is so meaningful to us is that we're making a difference, that a child now has better life options, that there's a hope for the future that they can look forward to. We always tell the men, your children ought to do better than you. And we're allowing them to be able to set a solid foundation so that their children can do. We're really trying to turn the hearts of the fathers towards their children.
That's exactly what Randolph did. Now a full-time guest services supervisor at the Hyatt downtown.
You've got to start somewhere, and I've always been told you all you got to do is get your foot in the door and just show who you are and be yourself and be true to who you are. And when you do good things happen.
That was Meredith Barrick reporting, and the center does great work. They also offer a high school equivalency program and counseling services. We put all that information on our link on our website, hiringhoosiers.com. Still ahead, it's a company already with a major presence in our local economy, and now it's bringing more jobs to Central Indiana. We'll tell you what they're filling and what they need to fill and how you can help them coming up. And we'll get one final check of the weekend weather forecast, a live look. Take a look. Can you smell it? Good food there at the Italian Fest at Holy Rosary Church on the city's south side. Kevin's forecast is next.
Zoo.com.
One of the area's largest employers is getting bigger and adding hundreds of more jobs. Allison Transmission today announced an expansion as it broke ground on its new innovation center right here in Indianapolis. That center will be built next to the company's current headquarters on the city's west side. Allison Transmission had already announced plans for a new vehicle environmental test facility as well. The company says the expansions will create up to 300 new jobs over the next 2 years. Those new jobs will include positions in engineering, purchasing, marketing, sales, as well as service.
Perfect. You could put the shovel in dirt and not mud, right?
That's right.
We had such a beautiful day today. Things do change as we get into the weekend, but let's enjoy this evening. Remember, the sun doesn't set till 9:15 or so. 74 the magic number tomorrow. Periods of showers and thunderstorms through the day. If you have outdoor plans, they will be interrupted. Father's Day, 82 degrees and thunderstorms. There's your probability of rain. Increases mid-morning tomorrow and lingers through the day. We just roll with the punches, right?
A great night for Jubilation, a great night for Italian Fest. So just enjoy tonight, enjoy the moment, and thanks for making RTV6 your choice for news. Our next newscast with Mark Mullins tonight at 11. Have a great Father's Day weekend. Happy Father's Day again. Good night. We'll see you on Monday.